Hello and welcome back. Well, I guess it's time to continue with the weekly Warzone, and this time I think I have something that will interest you. It is one of the rarest stages that we have seen so far. It is the Ice Elemental stage, which so far I think I played only like 2 times, and this might very well be the second time. And well, we all know that currently in the game there is no ice character at this very moment, and we have speculated that the next character might be an ice elemental, and we have high hopes that that ice elemental is going to be Rosetta. So we're going to see how that plays out, but until then I'll be using several lineups, several combinations. This is one of them, and since I know everyone likes to see alpha gameplay, well, let's start with alpha, why not? And afterwards I will pretty much go to my elemental team, because this is a elemental stage of course, and we will see how the team will perform. So as you can see, so far this stage resembles the physical stage a bit, graphics wise definitely. It has its unique perspectives. For example, when you look at the outskirts, you will see the windmills in the background, which I think is a pretty nice detail. Although I have like a couple questions about the location of this map, because when we pretty much, you will see what I mean, when we get out of this area, in the second and in the third area, you will definitely see that we're on some kind of a glass-like platform or a glass-like structure, which again I am pretty much curious where this is and what is the structure that we're just standing on, because it doesn't look like normal. It doesn't look like normal ice. It's red, and I wanna know why it is red. Okay, well, this was the first stage, and this is the second one. And as you can see, the aesthetics are really good, really nice. Might very well be my second favorite, aesthetically speaking, stage. And you can see the cities in the background, and you can see the windmills. Now, what is this red ground that we're standing on? Like, it kind of looks like ice, but why is it red? That's pretty much what I wanna know at this very moment. Alright, well, we're continuing with this, and I did switch to S Bianca, or Bianca Verity, because I kind of messed up with my evasion, so I have to be more careful. And let's see, you have these bushes, and as you can see on the buffs there, they have ice weakness, which is really interesting. And I say interesting because at the moment we don't have any ice structure, we don't have any ice elemental structure at this very moment, but that will pretty much probably change in one of the next updates. Would be funny if they decided to release a ice elemental structure around summer, because, well, you know, summer is warm, and you know, will be interesting. We will see. And the third stage, well, I'll be using this team for the third stage. For first try, I will be having like 3 tries for the third stage for both of the maps, for both of the fire map and for both of the ice map. I do them because I want to try to beat my own score, since I think that's the goal of Warzone, and of course to showcase this really good looking map. And well, I'm down to hear from you how you pretty much like this map. As you can see, those windmills definitely are now kind of in the ground. Looks like they're kind of stuck there for I don't know what reason. My guess is we are standing on some kind of ice, although I'm really curious to see and to know why is this ice red. And I like the background, the huge fan over there. That looks really good. Like, I'm really curious to know where we're at this moment. This looks like a huge cave where I guess where they use these windmills to create electricity and to power up the city. Really interesting stage design, I'll give them that. Like, I think their idea was to have that huge fan over there glow, and that fan will pretty much, the wind that the fan will be sending will pretty much power up these windmills, and that's how they make electricity. I know, a weird concept. I don't know if this is applicable to a real life scenario. Probably not, but still, the stage looks really good. I like the design of it. Definitely one of the uniquer looking maps in the game. Alright, 3 seconds, and yep, I ran out of time. So you might have already guessed, this lineup is pretty good for the occasional stuff, but here for Warzone and Paint Cage you pretty much have to build specialized teams. So I'll be now trying this with my lighting team, pretty much a semi-lighting team, because well, I don't have a Lucia on the team. If I had a Lucia, this would be a pure lighting team, but it's not. And well, so far this is the combination that I've been using for a while, and it works. It works pretty well. A-Live is definitely giving good buffs for the lighting damage, and I use that buff constantly because it works and it helps a lot. You can definitely try this out. Definitely works, and I think I'll be explaining the mechanics a bit more in depth in one of the next times, since I think I still have to explain some things about this character and about pretty much all their characters. And one of the characters that will be reviewed next is A-Live, the support one. We will start with the supports, since it's time to pretty much get to know the game a little bit better and to pretty much form some really good teams in the game, really good structured teams for all these really interesting and unique endgame content stages, which I personally like a lot. Okay, well, as we can see, because at this very moment that we don't have any ice elemental structure, I would recommend that you use fire elementals for this stage. I think they would work really good, and at this very moment I personally don't have any good fire elemental structures. I will work to change that, of course, and I need a little bit time. I think I have one perfect structure for that. I just need to prepare the structure for proper combat. Alright, well, this was nice. This went pretty smoothly. And one also interesting thing, I did change one of the game's settings in the storage, that is. I removed the frame rate cap limit, so I can run the game on 120 frames per second now. The problem is only on lower settings. On the higher settings I still didn't enable that, but on the lower settings it definitely works really good on 120 frames per second, and we'll probably also explain that in the future. At this moment I still kind of experiment with it, because I think that it can actually kind of affect the game itself. Like, it may corrupt game files, which is not something that we want, and I still have to experiment with it to ensure that it is stable. Before I can give any guides, I have to ensure that it actually works, so that we avoid any corrupted games. And I know other games can be corrupted that way. It happened to me a couple times before. When I tried to mod a game, the game kinda corrupted itself. Mostly my fault, because I did a mistake that I shouldn't have. But well, I guess I learned from that mistake back then, and now it's better. Okay, well, as you can see so far, I am definitely progressing a little bit better now, working a bit better, less mistakes now, and of course, since this is the lighting team, it pretty much works really well. And there we go, and we have 20 more seconds left. And okay, well, Let's see if I can get it ultimate popped off. That will be interesting. Okay, well, unfortunately I think I will miss this ultimate. Well, I'll just pop the ultimate before it ends, and let's see. Well, 3 and 2 and 1, and we run out of time. Well, it was still good. It was still good. Definitely a bit better than the first run that I did today. Yeah, definitely slightly better than my first run. Well, it's okay. We will continue. I think I'll do one more, and that means okay. Well, let's keep on moving. Let's keep on playing. So that was the third ice elemental map. The last score was okay. I didn't manage to beat my score. I did manage to hit 180, and that was a extremely lucky number with those structures, with that team. I did manage because I had really good signal matches. What does that mean? Well, I pretty much had all the signals that I need lined up by default, and that helped me a lot to clear the stage really effectively and really fast. Well, now we're on the fire stages, and we finished the first one, and well, as you can see, it's definitely okay, definitely easier, because I already know the stage very well. The ice element, the ice stage is kinda still for me in the research area. That pretty much means I'm still kinda learning it, and so far I can definitely say that it might very well be my favorite stage, mostly because of the aesthetics of it. Like, I like the overall design of it, looks really good, and I like new and interesting stuff. Okay, well, I switched to Bianca over here because I ran out of stamina back there, because like, I will be honest, I definitely kinda got too much used to Bianca, and that character is definitely easy to play, but you definitely have to play other characters. Don't play just one character. I did that mistake once in one game, and sometimes I still struggle in that game, and I try to learn all the characters in this game. Well, let's see. What team should I try out? Okay, let's try this one. I'll try my classic physical setup. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it works. I personally like Alpha is pretty much excellent at all these stages. Most effective at physical, of course, and definitely Alpha has that learning curve to her gameplay. That pretty much means you have to learn how to play Alpha. She's not your usual DPS that can just deliver so much damage and pretty much get unscathed. Alpha can pretty much die really easily with one or two shots, one or two hits, which isn't the case with Bianca, because Bianca has that yellow dart skill that can pretty much jump left and right. Like I said, as Bianca's yellow skill can be used as a alternative evasion. I use it as a alternative evasion pretty often, because it is just that effective, and as Bianca is just that mobile. While with Lucy over here, you definitely have to time your evasions really well, and you have to pick your opponent really carefully, because one mistake and you will have to retry. And of course, since she is a melee character, she needs to be close to the enemy to deal damage, and that's kind of risky with some enemies. For example, this bush over here, one mistake and half or your entire HP gets destroyed. So you have to be careful on that, and Alpha definitely requires a lot more practice than other structures in the game. Despite her being the most powerful structure, she is still dependent on skill and dependent on supports, which I pretty much have, and so far is going pretty good. One of my, like I said, she is my favorite character in the game, and so is pretty much most players' favorite character in the game. Alright, well that was nice, that was pretty smooth, pretty nice. And I did make a couple mistakes, as usual, mostly because I expected a smoother... I mostly expected a more mobile character, which of course I was kind of wrong at that. Okay, let's keep on playing. Sorry for the weird cut, by the way. That's the second weird cut today. Okay. Well, I did change from my physical team into my elemental team, and let's see how the elemental team will perform. Now, keep in mind, there is a extremely important thing to note. For S Bianca, I have pretty much a elemental support, and that is A-Live. And A-Live is pretty much increasing the damage output of this character by a good portion. And also something really important, I have the 6-star weapon for this character, and I don't have the 6-star weapon for Lucia yet. I plan to change that. I plan to get the 6-star weapon for Lucia. Like, I think it's kind of time to do that. So I will get that weapon, hopefully really soon. I am working on it. As you can see, I am pretty much trying my best at the Warzone to get those black cards. And well, I can definitely say I enjoy using both of these characters. Now we can definitely see here as Bianca's superior mobility with the yellow skill, yellow orb, which can also count as a secondary evasion, or alternative evasion as I like to call it. And I use it pretty often as a alternative evasion just because it works so well and it gives S Bianca so much mobility. Well, for example, for S Lucia, she has that extremely amazing DPS and that high burst. S Lucia has the highest burst in the game and pretty much the highest damage output in the game. But at the same time, she is kinda difficult, hard to play, definitely. She requires, like I said before, practice, and she requires mastering because she doesn't forgive mistakes that easily. And you will pretty much have to have a medic on your team for S Lucia if you pretty much get hit, or if you have bleed in the stage. You will definitely be in the need of a support character that can support her. And also I plan to get a physical support for S Lucia so that I can pretty much get the same performance out as I have gotten out of S Bianca. And that would be interesting to see how she will perform. Well, that was nice, and there we go. Nice, we're still keeping up. I have 1 minute and 30 seconds left, or 25 seconds almost. And as you can see, this character has a pretty simple combo list. At first it might be kind of complicated, but trust me, you don't have to worry about the combos on this character. They are pretty simple to memorize. You just go for 3 red plus 1 blue, or in my case I aim for 3 yellow plus 3 red plus 1 blue, and pretty much that's what I'm doing with this character almost all the time. It works, and the damage output is really impressive for the character so far. Okay, there we go. Ultimate popped up, and I cancelled the red orb. Okay, wasn't my intention to cancel it out, but okay, it works. And we have 25 seconds more left. Okay, not a big problem. Will I manage to clear the stage out before the timer runs out? That's the question. I think I will. This will be a close one. Okay, nice. Oh, I got hit there. My bad. Well, looks like I will not be able to clear the stage out. Okay, well, it wasn't so bad. It was pretty decent. I think I didn't beat my score. Okay. Interesting. I didn't beat my own score there. yeah, well, almost did. Well, this was it for this. This was it for this week's Warzone. It was my pleasure to play this for you. I hope you enjoyed. And well, next time when I come back, I'll probably look. I'll probably do a review on Sofia or on Alif. I'll see what I can do about that. Well, with that being said, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care.